Happy Saturday. How you doing? I got my Uncle Brian left a hangover. Hey, Uncle Brian left the weekend starts Friday night and Sunday night. Uh, Time and a place for everything. I had stocked up. Proper planning and preparation is essential to have any success at anything you are doing. Made sure I was ready. This will last me all weekend and all next weekend too. I don't smoke a whole lot. Anyway, following morning I get a little bit of for a little bit. But I'm not hacking up my fucking colon like Jabba to where he pukes, you know. A little different routine than normal on a Saturday. This is why I did my grocery shopping yesterday rather than this morning with Auntie Billy. She's got a few things to do that she would normally do in the afternoon, where she takes me hostage at the North Dartmouth Mall, which I won't be going to this afternoon. She won't be going this afternoon. She'll be going this morning. And I'll take care of things that need to get done around here. You know, laundry's got to get done. A few things cleaning up, this and that. And did the grocery shopping yesterday. I didn't need to do a video about it. You know what I mean? There's a reason why all this changed. Why we will make sure that we are both home this afternoon. I'll get to that later. I heard a little bit more about Jabba's live stream. He had to take people once again to a supermarket. Well, he had to go get some hamburger because he had to let everyone know he was going to make hamburger helper for supper. And he says, yeah, Brian, he rode around on a little electric shopping scooter again, all happy. Hey, wee, look at me, I'm riding on an electric scooter. Even though these are for the elderly and disabled, I'm just a fat fucking retard that didn't take care of myself, and I'm taking this from someone that really deserves it a lot more than I do, you know what I mean? Because you had to buy some hamburger. Then he says, he says one thing and then turns around and says something else, and he's all over the fucking place. He's looking around for hamburger, and he sees, I guess, a worker there. Where's all the hamburger? You know, it's supposed to be on sale for, like you said, $2.99, $3.99, whatever it is a pound. I don't see any. I was here last night and I bought a big family pack. Bought a big family pack last night. He's gonna buy more today, but he says he doesn't eat much. Okay. A big family pack. That's a lot of fucking hamburger, man. It's probably a good, 4 or 5 pounds in there, right? At least 3 pounds up. And he's talking about food and this and that. He says, and then he leaves to go to another store. And his scooter was just about running out of battery juice, when he was leaving where you park it. Speaking of battery power, I just got a message. My fucking phone is dying. Hold on, I gotta plug it in. I didn't feel like dragging out my laptop. I had put it away. I didn't feel like dragging it out, so a little more convenient to do it this way. What a coincidence, huh? And then he went to another store. And then he went off about a few things. He mentioned his real estate lady that, again, this real estate lady that never listed his house for sale. She just, was just there to make sure she paid for a pod. And then he talked about he's still trying to get his disability, even though, hold on one second. Okay, sorry, Auntie Bill was leaving. I needed to talk to her about something for a minute. This real estate lady. But is the house still up on pre-foreclosure, by the way? Says, and then he gets into her life story. He says, I don't even know why he says these things, Brian. Saying, well, he has to eat kind of cheap because he's on, limited funds. She goes to real expensive restaurants and stuff because she can afford it. And her husband's a crane operator for some construction company. And then he's rambling and rambling and rambling. And he's talking about his health, complaining about his doctor, saying, well, you know, he can't do much because of how bad his health is, and he's on limited funds, and he's going to get, I think, did I mention it yesterday? He's going to clear $90,000 after he pays off the bank. He'll have enough for a down payment, and then all the bank's going to gladly give him a mortgage for the rest, you know, when he's been in 3 foreclosures since the beginning of this year in January, where he was already in default last year, you know, and all his delinquent payments, and yeah, like, you know, bank's not going to know about that, and they're just going to fucking fork over money to a fucking fat fucking retard loser like him. You're lucky to get a $10 loan from any fucking bank or lending institution. You'd be lucky for it. Well, credit card companies are pretty desperate, boy. You've already been in deep shit with them. I doubt you could get a fucking MasterCard, a Visa, American Express, or a Diners Club. You know, Jabba, it's bad enough you say things. You even put out real specifics, even numbers. I thought you had disability. You even said, you're on disability. You're getting $1,350 a month. You also said you still have a lot of payments left on your Jeep at $350 a month. To have a bank loan on that, they make sure you carry full coverage insurance. It's going to cost you at least $1,000. So your Jeep alone, between a payment and insurance, it's going to be $500 a month. And then suddenly you didn't have disability anymore. You had to apply for it. Then you had it again. Then you didn't have it. Now you're saying that. He says, yeah, Brian. Now he's saying, well, now he's going to apply for it again, but he doesn't need a lawyer. He just has to fill out paperwork. So why haven't you done it? Wasn't that the same shit you said with the house? Oh, the house isn't on the market. You got a real estate lady, but the house isn't on the market, right? The way that her husband's a crane operator and eats some fancy restaurants that she can afford that you can't. That's why you're mooching free meals at the fucking senior center. I'm trying to buy as much cheap hamburger as you can to make hamburger help with your welfare check. How's that welfare check working out for you? You're getting the basic minimum, right? Like, is it $700-800 a month, something like that? Just your Jeep and insurance alone, payment alone, is taking more than half of that. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're getting food stamps too, right? Yeah. Okay. You know? Wasn't it even said, you know, you got your disability and they gave you a retro and you were talking about, oh, look, I got $4,000 sitting over there. They gave me my retro for all the back from when I first applied. And suddenly you don't have it anymore. And then you were saying, oh, look, you know, this modification program they put me on, I got to make 3 consecutive payments. I already have the money for 2 payments. Even people said, well, how come you haven't fucking paid them in the last 2 months? Why are you still holding on to it? Going to make them wait until he had the 3rd one when he got his next disability check. But then he didn't pay any of it. So what the fuck did he do with that money? Oh, is that what went for the pod? To make a Jeep payment and so that don't get fucking repossessed? Seriously, Jabba. You know what your problem is? You say so many things, you don't realize what you say, and then to make matters worse, you don't remember what you say. But other people do remember what you say. And you're like, what the fuck? He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. You know? Even with the house, when the people pulled you up on it. Well, the house isn't for sale. Because I haven't filled out the paperwork yet to send it in with your real estate lady. You haven't filled out the paperwork. It's not for sale. Because you found an investor on your own. Yeah, this mystery investor that's buying it for his daughter. Okay. But you're still going to be out by the end of the month. Okay. I think I mentioned yesterday, Jabba, you know, you're going to need a bigger pod. Like Chief Brody on Jaws. You're going to need a bigger boat. You're going to need a bigger pod. 'Cause he's taking all that shit with him. This fucking hoarder can't let anything go. You know? And then, so anyway, now he's got to apply for disability again. But he doesn't need a lawyer. He just has to fill out paperwork and send it in. And he's in like Flint. Showing my age here, huh? Age has a little something to do with this video. I'll wrap this all up at the end, which is why our Saturday here is a little bit different than our normal routine. With James Coburn and White Flint, that movie. I was real young. I didn't see it when it came out, but I caught it a little later on when I was older on a rerun on TV. He'll be all set once again. He's got it, then he doesn't have it, then he's got it, then he doesn't have it. Now he's got welfare and food stamps, and when I was young, there were people in the neighborhood, we'd hear about them. And we saw how they were. They were pathetic fucking lowlifes. We used to call them welfare cases, charity cases. Mooching here, mooching there, asking people for money. You know what I mean? Going to church organizations to try to get money to pay their fucking electric bill, or sometimes just for money so they could drink and smoke cigarettes. I'll get to smoking cigarettes too. Quite a few things I left out yesterday because it was too much to absorb with what I heard. A fucking basket case. As much as I laugh at you, there's an even bigger reason why I laugh at you when others do. You are a piss poor example, excuse of human DNA. You're fucking pathetic. You are pathetic. That's what makes you so funny for some of us. Maybe some people may feel sorry for you, but not all of us do. It's all because of you. You are your own worst enemy every time you open your fucking mouth. You don't need to worry about me or anybody else. We don't pose any threat to you. Your biggest threat is what you see when you look in the mirror. If you can even find a fucking mirror in that shack that's so cluttered up with stuff that maybe you got a stack of fucking old VHS players in front of the fucking mirror in the bathroom if you can barely fit your ass in there to plop down on the fucking toilet. Because you got junk probably stacked up in there too that you're going to take with you. Oh, and he's going to have enough money left over too to buy some sort of a fucking camper, 30-something foot camper, a motorhome. I thought he had one there that's sitting there. I bet that thing's all loaded up with junk. There was a guy that used to live next to my brother. And this house was kind of run down, like 3-4 houses down. And in front of the house, in fact, the neighbors complained, like he left it abandoned there. When he moved, he left it there. Just abandoned it on a city street. But they couldn't do nothing because it still had legal tags on it. It was like a Winnebago or something like that. You know the kind you drive? When the tags finally ran out, the city went there. The police went there. Fucking towed it. They opened it up. He said, Brian, I went and I looked. Inside that Winnebago had broken lawnmowers, bicycles, lawn furniture. You could barely, you couldn't get into the side door to make it up to the driver's seat. You had to go into the front. And when you opened the door, shit fell out at you. He was using that, hoarding junk. He was a junk man. I bet that's what Java's camper, whatever the fuck he has in his yard, I bet that's what it looks like inside there. More shit he's just got packed to the fucking roof in that thing. Says he's gonna buy a camper. He's gonna have money falling out of his ass when he walks, right? When he gets that $90,000, when this guy buys this house for his daughter, but he didn't need a realtor for. This realtor that eats in expensive restaurants she can't afford to, and her husband's a crane operator. He knows all this business. He's telling people, okay, yeah, whatever, what job or whatever you say. Anyway, I'll end with this. Actually, I'm going to end with something else that will explain why our Saturday here is a little bit different than a normal Saturday. He gets into his health again. Well, his health ain't that great, and he can't do the things he used to be able to do, and blah, blah, blah. Poor me. I've turned to shit at age 55, you know what I mean? Says, and then Brian, he starts blaming his doctors because he can't breathe. He has coughing fits. He hacks up, and it's his doctor's fault because his doctor is cardiologist. Didn't know how to treat him. Didn't even know he had COPD. Didn't even tell him he had it. He doesn't know what he's doing. I wonder if his cardiologist knows he's smoking cigarettes. Hey, Jabba, is that your cardiologist's fault? That you still don't know how to take care of yourself, you let yourself get obese, and this didn't happen overnight. It's been going on for a few fucking decades. You've been a fat fucking retard. It's your doctor's fault. Well, you got a CPAP machine? I know a guy's got one. Bad asthma, respiratory problems. He was smart enough to quit smoking, but he's so much damage has been done. He needs a CPAP. He sleeps with it and shit. And, you know, he's not obese. And he has issues at times with his health. So much you can do before he has a hard time breathing. He's going to slow down and rest. You know what I mean? You're sitting there on your fat ass on a stool in front of a fucking Bel Air that'll never run, where you sand a fucking fender and stick a cigarette in and out of your fucking mouth. I guess that's your doctor's fault, right? Now, the reason I say my Saturday is a little bit different today, why I had to rearrange our schedule, is because this afternoon we would normally be at North Dartmouth Mall, where I get taken hostage. But once in a while, it ain't too bad. A few things I'll grab. So I just kind of go my way. She goes her way. I'll send her a text. Okay, listen, I'm at the fountain in front of JCPenney. I pretty much got what I got. What do you guys? So I still got a few more things to go. So I go over to the food court and I grab a slice of pizza for something, you know what I mean, and a cold Mountain Dew, and watch people shopping until she shows up. So today won't be doing that. Because today we're going to be home this afternoon because both my daughters will be coming by. Only one of my son-in-laws, my other son-in-law, has to work. And both my grandsons, my Adi, my Benji, I love those little guys to death. Because they want to come by to see me because today is Uncle Brian's birthday. Tonight after supper, we'll be with Kenny, the crew, the old ladies. Going to be at Halos hanging out. And yeah, Uncle Brian is 63 years old today. I didn't turn to shit at age 55 like you, job, because throughout the course of my life, I did what I could to stay in shape. Even though I smoked for many years. I haven't had, come to think of it, I think some of you remember, right? It's about a week before Halloween, coming up on it, when I had my last cigarette. I never said I quit. I still don't say I quit. I just haven't had one. I'll leave it at that. Smoking's an addiction, same as alcohol, drugs. Compulsive shopping, compulsive buying, being a hoarder is also an addiction. And it's up here. It's up here. In some cases, you get into opiates, heroin, right? That becomes, a physical need, desire for it, but there's also a mental aspect to it as well that drives the addiction. We do everything's up here because you're fucking mental. You're a fat fucking retard. That's why you are the way you are. There are compulsive shoppers, hoarders. You can see these people ain't right. They have a serious mental illness. So do you. That's why they live the way they do. That's why they have the problems that they do. Same as you. No different. And there was a time, I think some of you remember. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I had to go say something. It's a time, man, I used to smoke like a fiend. It wasn't too bad. I was usually at like a pack a day for many years. And then I got to a point, I don't know why, I smoked like 2 packs a day. And I felt it, believe me, I felt it. There were times, I think some of you remember, I was making videos, man. 15-minute video, I'd have 3 fucking cigarettes. Even people say, dude, man, what the fuck you doing? You're killing your lungs. Stop smoking. Can't even see your face with all that smoke, a big fucking cloud. It's one continuous cloud while you're doing a video. That's true. I can laugh about it now, looking back on it. It wasn't very funny. It wasn't a very smart thing to do. And then one day I don't know why. I can't give you a reason. I'm not going to question it. I don't regret it. And all I can say is, as of now, I haven't felt a compulsive urge, desire to want to have a cigarette. And that's all it takes is to pick up one. Same as alcoholics, drug addicts. They can go to every treatment center they want, all the AA, NA meetings they want, and it works for a lot of them. I've known people that it works. But you got to do what's required. And some of them, for whatever reason, they pick up that one drink. They pick up that one drug. And you don't start over again. I heard it right from them. They're like, man, within 48 hours, my life was shit, just like it was when I had stopped. Everything came right back overnight. It's like I just picked up right where I left off. Same with smoking a cigarette. I think about that. I think about things. I think about things that people tell me from their own personal experience. I don't know if I should call it a warning. When you listen, Jobby, you learn. Your problem is you don't listen to anyone. And the people you should be listening to, the people you should have listened to, you should have taken their advice on things. You chose to ignore, you chose to argue with them. Tell them that they were wrong and you were right. Only you know what you were doing. And nobody knows anything except you. That's your problem. I didn't turn to shit when I was 55. I can guarantee I'm in better health right now at age 63 as of today than you are at 55. I think it's more than safe to say I'm in better health right now today at age 63 than you were when you were fucking 33. You didn't get to be like this in the last couple of years, in the last few decades. You just let yourself go and go and go and go. And I hope you all have a great day. I'm looking forward to a fun day because of the people I will be with. These are the things in life that mean a lot, Jabba. She finally just left. People in your life that mean the most to you. That our interactions are face to face. We're seeing each other, we're hearing each other, we're sharing time together. You tell other people that, they need to get a life. Maybe you need to start to think about the only life you have consists of names that show up on a fucking screen on a video that you will never hear their voice, you will never see their face. You will never have a personal encounter with. You will never sit in your house or their house and talk with. You will never ever go places with them. You will never enjoy the things that a lot of us enjoy in life. And we don't need YouTube to experience the happiness that we have. YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all that could go away tomorrow. Never exist anymore. And you know what? We still have a life and we're still happy and we still have the same people in our life. If that were to happen by some chance, what would you be left with? Think about that. If there's anything that I would ask you to think about, it would be to think about that. Where would you be without YouTube? What kind of a life would you have? Same life you have now. Pitiful, pathetic, lonely, and desperate for attention. Have a great weekend, everyone. Have fun and stay safe.